Product photographers, you're trying too hard. What if I told you that you don't need these crazy 3-light setups, scenes that take forever to style, or hours of Photoshop? The truth is, your photos don't actually need to be that good. Now let me back up here for just a second. This video is going to be about how to run a product photography company and make money. I'm teaching you how to actually make a full-time income from product photography. Now, if you don't care about that and you're just concerned about the art of photography, then this video is not for you. But if you actually want paying clients and to build a sustainable business, then listen close. What I'm about to tell you may trigger some photographers, but this is coming from someone who's worked with over 50 companies to transform their social media presence through product photography. If this is your first time here, my name is Chris Pieta. I teach creative business and run a product photography company. Before we really get into this video, I quickly want to mention a free resource that everyone should get right now. Everyone's talking about ChatGPT, and it's a game changer for product photographers. I actually have a free 14-page cheat sheet with 13 different examples of how I'm using it every single week. Free download below. Back to the video. If you look up product photography on YouTube, the first few results will be these big multiple light setups, 20-minute Photoshop tutorials, 20-step guides you need to follow to get the perfect reflections, and complex styling setups that take days. Okay, maybe I'm exaggerating here, but you get the idea. It's very easy to make product photography a complicated genre of photography. It seems like the barrier to entry is super high, and without the right gear, you'll fail, and without the right techniques, your photos will suck. This is a common misconception about product photography. The truth is, product photography doesn't have to be that complicated. I've been doing this stuff for 3 years now, and 95% of my photos are just using a single light setup. Go ahead and check out my portfolio on pietaproductions.com and tell me I suck. All I need is just one light for all these photos. I've been able to work with 50 plus clients, and nearly every single time I just use a single light setup. My whole philosophy is to make it as easy as possible for me to do these shoots without sacrificing photo quality. I can use my single light setup with a reflector and get the photo to be 90% as good as the person who's using that 3-light setup. And the truth is, clients never know the difference. And I'm able to deliver my photos twice as fast as the other guy. That means I can work with twice as many clients. Now, I just said a lot of important things in these last few sentences, so let's really unpack them. Number 1, my photos are 90% as good as the other guy. Number 2, most clients can't tell the difference between a 1-light setup and the 3-light setup. And number 3, I'm able to deliver photos twice as fast as the other people, so I can work with twice as many clients. Let's dive into each one of these topics right now. Okay, so number 1, my photos are 90% good as the other guy. So what? Most people can't tell. My photos aren't perfect, but they are great. I still do fantastic photography. Maybe when I light a certain shot, the right side of the bottle won't be as perfect as that perfect lighting setup. That's fine. Maybe my scene isn't styled perfectly, but it's still a great scene. Perfection will cause you to never have a successful business. I read this quote the other week, which I just loved. Perfection is procrastination masquerading as quality control. I think that applies perfectly here. A lot of people don't want to deal with the client acquisition side of things or the business side of things, so they procrastinate by seeking perfection. The reality is that your photos don't need to be perfect. Sure, if you're working with Coca-Cola or Red Bull or Apple, then yeah, your stuff needs to be 100% perfect. There's no room for error there. But I've never worked with these brands, none of my photography friends have, and chances are you haven't either. So why are you creating Coca-Cola level content for your local coffee shop? I work with small to medium-sized e-commerce brands mainly, and they certainly don't need perfect photos. They need great photography, and that's exactly what I deliver every single time. We hop on a prep call, I create mood boards, and we get on the same page prior to the shoot. Then we shoot the content, I send them options to choose from, they pick their favorites, and I deliver the final edits, and I deliver on my promise of great photography. I even offer a 100% money-back guarantee with all my photos. And they're not perfect photos, but they are great and clients love them. So why do these brands choose to work with me over and over and over again? Because I understand their needs. I understand that they want content to share on their social media pages and their website so they can build their brand. And whether my photos are perfect or 90% of the way to being perfect, they don't care, nor can they even tell a difference. Let's talk about that second point here. Most clients can't tell the difference between a great photo and a perfect photo. Let's make one thing really clear here though. We're not going to be deceiving our clients. We're not promising 3-light setups and showing up with 1 light. We're promising them great photography, and we can achieve great photography with just 1-light setups. The truth is, most clients, and honestly most photographers, can't tell if we use a 1-light setup or a 3-light setup. One of my friends on Instagram, House, post these awesome photos, and on their Instagram stories, they do a behind the scenes poll and asks how many lights they use for the setup. I'm shocked at how scattered the results are here. His following is full of amazing photographers, yet a lot of the time, great photographers can't even tell how many lights are being used in some of these setups. And I'm not bashing these photographers either. I get the answer wrong most of the time as well. It's just hard to tell how many lights certain shoots use, and the number of lights only tell a small story. A terrible photographer with 3 lights will always get a worse result than an amazing photographer with 1 light. Your technique matters a lot here. So, if professional photographers can barely tell how complex the shoot is, do you think your clients are out there analyzing your photos? No. Clients don't care how complex your shoot setups are. They care about the final results. They care about how the final photos look. What is the point of product photography anyways? Beautiful product photos? Sure, but if we really dig into our clients' needs, it's not just that. The actual problem that product photographers solve for their clients is this. We help clients increase sales and build brand awareness. This is the whole point of why clients pay us. They want some sort of positive ROI. If your photo can generate them sales, then that's what they care about at the end of the day. And whether you spend 2 hours setting up the perfect lighting setup or 10 minutes setting up a single light that you know works every single time, the result is probably going to be the same. Now, all this being said, if you want to do these complex lighting setups because you find them fun and you want the perfect light hitting the bottle with the perfect fill and the perfect accent light, etc., then you can do that. If that's your passion and you want to make art like this, then yes, please do that. But if you complain that your business is suffering, or that you can't handle your client load, or you struggle to have a sustainable profit month after month, then you're approaching this wrong. Yes, there is something to be said as photography as an art form and creative outlet, but this video is about teaching you the business side of it. My whole point here is to help you make money from this so that you can do photography full-time and live a fulfilling life. Now, some of you probably think that you can do both, and sure, I bet there are plenty of you that can. But again, if your goal is to do this for a living, there are people like me who prioritize solving a client's needs and providing an amazing service, and people like me will beat you in the long run. I'm not trying to put you down here, but this is a super competitive landscape. This is the reality. And now you're armed with this knowledge, so make the right decision for yourself. Okay, my third point is that I'm able to deliver photos twice as fast as other people, so I can work with twice as many clients. There's 2 parts to this. Since my photos are easier for me to shoot, I have faster turnaround times. This is such a big selling point for clients. If I have a 5-day turnaround time compared to my competition that has a 10-day turnaround time, and my portfolio and theirs are nearly identical, then the client will probably go with me. And because I have that fast turnaround time, I provide them with a better customer experience. What does a good customer experience do? Well, it makes it so they're more likely to work with me again. They sign on for another project, or even a long-term retainer. Their customer experience was so good that they leave me a 5-star Google review that I can now publish on my website. I'm able to create a great case study from this client as well. Now, when other leads and potential clients come to my website, they see that 5-star review and that case study, and that helps me land more clients. And it doesn't stop there. They tell their friends and their peers about me, about how good this photographer was and how fast they deliver the photos. They deliver them faster than any person they've ever worked with, and I get referrals from them. I get more clients. Meanwhile, the other guy is struggling. That's a pretty compelling argument if you ask me. And that's just the first part of this. Since the photos take me half as long to do, I have more time. I can actually work with twice as many clients now, meaning I can make twice as much money. So even if the other photographer is charging 25 to 50% more than me, I can work with twice as many clients and make twice as much money in the same time frame. Speed matters. And now you have the facts here. I want to touch on ChatGPT at the end here. This software can actually help you work even faster by helping with your photo shoots. It can provide styling suggestions for the exact product categories you're working in. Last week, I shared a ChatGPT cheat sheet with you guys, and already we've got over 100 downloads on that. This is a free 14-page guide on how to use ChatGPT to get the best answers every single time. There are 13 examples in there of how product photographers can use the software. Plus, I have a secret formula on how I prompt the software to get me the best answers every single time. Free download in the description below. And since you watched to the end of the video, I have a secret for you. I actually just upgraded my camera to the FX30. Drop a comment below, let me know what you think, so I know that you watched all the way to the end here. That's all I got today. My name is Chris Pieta. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next week.